Hey guys, so long time no see. It's been almost a month, I think. Life has got crazy. School, Jonah and I are both back in school. It's my last semester. Um, so I'm working full time and going to school full time, so it's a little crazy right now. Um, just crazy things going on. Today is Monday the 18th. It's actually my dad's birthday today. So we'll be going over to my mom's house later tonight to celebrate and have cake. Um, and let's see what else is going on. I'm home today from work. I'm working from home today, and so I figured I'd do this while I have no one in the house. Now that we're back in school, it's a little bit harder for me to get time alone because when I'm gone, everyone else is gone. So it's kind of hard for me to get time to do this. I dyed my hair. You can see the bottom half of my hair is red. Actually, now that I've showed you, I'm going to put it up. Probably about, not last Friday, but the Friday before, Jonah and I had been talking for a while about wanting to dye my hair. You can really see that's what the bottom probably 4 inches of my hair looks like. Anyway, so Jonah and I had been talking about me re-dyeing my hair. I've dyed my hair since I was 12 years old, about 12, when I was in 7th grade. I did one red streak in my hair, and at the time I was going to a private school, so that was kind of a no-no. So I got in a little bit of trouble for that. And sorry, my tablet just glitched, so that was weird. So yeah, I dyed my hair with the streak. I got in trouble, and I continued to do it every year after that. Almost every year after that. I didn't do it for a year or two in high school, and then my senior year, actually in my grad pictures, I have the bottom half of my hair is red. I dyed my hair red my senior year, right before graduation. So it's not in my grad pictures, but it is in the rest of my actual professional grad pictures, but it's at my graduation. I had it done. And then I did it in college a couple times. And actually 2 years ago, I dyed my whole head red, this color red. I dyed the whole thing that color. And then we have just been talking about I'd wanted to do it again. I didn't do it last year, so I've been talking about wanting to do it again, and Jonah was kind of like, all right, let's do it. We're going to do it right now. I was like, okay. So it was Friday night at like 9 o'clock, and we're like, we're going to dye my hair right now. So we dyed my hair, and he cut his hair, and we stayed up all night and cleaned the house because I have to wait. So you have to wait an hour or so for the dye to dry, and then you have to take a shower and clean it, wash it out, and then you have to wait until it's dry before you can go to bed, or you stain your pillow. And my pillow, in the past when I had been younger, I stained my pillows pink, like the inside of the pillow would be pink. I must have gone to bed. We just changed the sheets yesterday, so I must have had wet hair one time, or at least semi-damp, because there's a little part of my pillow that's kind of pink. So, yeah. But I've got lots to show you. I have a huge pile going here. I got a pile going here. I got some stuff kind of scattered. So I've got lots to show you. I've got lots of time because, like I said, I'm working from home. So I'm kind of back and forth on my laptop and waiting to see if I get a phone call maybe from anybody at work that needs something from me. We had a guy come and rip out the carpeting in our basement that was molding. So he just came and did that this morning. I mean, it's 8:30 right now, and he got here at 8 and was done in probably about a minute and a half. He came in. Artemis, what's outside? She's grumbling at something outside. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, somebody's walking to their car. Artemis, be nice. Yeah, hi. Are you gonna come say hi? Are you gonna come say hi to me? Do you come say hi to everybody? Okay, come here. Up, up, up. Come on. Put your paws up. There you go. Say hi. Yes, get down. Yes, I love you too. Get down. Down. Good girl. Get down. Down. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. So, puppy interlude. So that's that's kind of been what's been going on here. I'll shift this back. I made that. I painted that. It's I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer. So it's a birch tree with the initials P and J carved into it and two little birds. Jonah claims he is the taller bird. When I made it, I really didn't have, one was him, one was me. It was just I made two of them, and I accidentally made this one a little bit taller, so he says that one's him. And plus he says it's on the outside, so you're safer on the inside. He does that, like, that when you're walking on the street, he walks next to the road and I walk on the other side. So he's always the one that's closer to the danger. I don't know. It's a chivalry thing that I do and don't appreciate. I don't know. I usually feel like I just got an email. I heard something go off. So yeah, I've been crazy busy with work and school. I actually am dealing with some stuff right now with work. We had I had paperwork. Oops, that's not what to do. I had paperwork that I was or computer files I was supposed to get done by today, but they gave it to me with 12 hours to do it, and they gave me 8 files, 12 hours to complete those 8 files, and they gave me 12 hours to do it. I basically had part of Thursday night and Friday, and I worked Saturday, and I worked Sunday, so I put a full, 24 hours into it. They're not done, so we're going to see how well that comes, how well that goes for me. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. Last week, Jonah and I took a mini road trip to go pick up you guys can't see it on this chair back here, I have a big red bag full of cross-stitch stuff. And my thing is glitching again. Okay, I hope that didn't go weird. I don't know what just happened. Anyway, I got a big old bag of cross-stitch stuff from the lady, and I went over and got to get it for her and get it from her and give her the money. And her husband's in the car, and he goes, "You know, you're getting a great deal." And the lady goes, "If she's here, she knows she's getting a great deal." Because, I mean, we drove 3 hours there. It was an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back. So, I mean, we spent 3 hours driving to go get it. There's a lot in there. If I totaled it out, I got a really, really good deal. But I don't think of it that way. It was, she didn't want it anymore. I wanted it. You know what? It was 20 bucks or $25. Not too big of a deal. Yeah, we spent a bit of money driving there because we took my truck instead of the car. But I'm okay with it. I'm happy. I got stuff. Jonah was fine with it because he said, as long as you're happy, I don't really care. It's like, okay. So yeah, sorry, I'm keeping an eye on my dog. She likes to grumble at people, so I want to make sure she doesn't start barking. What's been going on? That's pretty much it. We're planning a trip in December. My brother is going to get married in California, so we're going to fly down to California in December before Christmas. I think it's like 14th to the 17th or something like that. We'll be down there, down in California, down by Santa Barbara. So if anybody knows any needlework LNSs in, I don't know what this was, any LNSs down by Santa Barbara, California, that'd be great, because I will definitely take a road trip to go see one if I have to. Let's see, what else is going on? I think that's it. I don't really have anything exciting right now. I got lots to show you though, so we're just gonna get right into it. I've already talked gibberish for the last 10 minutes. So let's get right into it. I've got a stack going over here. I just pulled everything out of my box, so we're just gonna go through it, and I'll tell you if it's a new start, if I bought it, if I finished it. Actually, I didn't finish anything. I'm so close, so close. Actually, that's the first one I thought. I'm so close to finishing this that it's almost painful. This is, ignore the string, this is, there's not too much glare on there, Country Cottage Needlework Slow Down page, Afternoon in Paris, and it's on 28 count Jobelin in Summer Sky. There it is. Now, everyone's going to notice, if you know the pattern, there we go, it's different. I changed a lot of stuff on this. So, the pattern calls for a lot of specialty floss, and at the time that I was doing it, I wanted to just start it and I didn't want to buy the specialty floss, so I changed a lot. So, actually here, I can run through it because I have them all right here. Okay. So, let's see. I kept anything that was DMC, so there was 6 colors that were DMC, so like the white, one of the greens, one of the grays, and the 2 pinks, which I only have one of the pinks in here right now. So any of the grays, really wasn't much gray though. No, I didn't do the gray. I changed the gray as well. Or no, I didn't. No, I did. I didn't. It's in there. So that gray is like in this part. These little ones. The gray in there. The white's the same. The green, one of the greens is the same. Otherwise, all the DMC alternatives for the specialty flosses, I didn't like most of them. So I did other things. So the picture itself, this Eiffel Tower and like the lampposts and the chairs and the table and this, I mean, this is still in the brown. It was called for to be brown. The Eiffel Tower's not brown. It's gray, but I made it black because I can. And then I don't know if you guys can see, the accents are gray. So I changed the blue of the house because the blue that they had picked, they have it on here as, what was it? They have it on here as Deep Fennel from Classic Colorworks, and then their alternative for DMC was like this minty, not minty. It was like pastel green, and it didn't. It's like, that's not blue. That's not blue, and I didn't want to put any more green in here, so I took that out and I changed the blue, and I picked DMC 799. So that's that. That's the bird. That's going to be all the blue and the balloons. That'll be the tablecloth. Anything that was white that's not surrounded by something, I outlined in gray. So all the clouds are outlined in gray. The lampposts, the cups, all the windows, so you can actually see the windows. So anything that was white, I outlined in gray because you couldn't see it on this fabric. These two are the called for DMC alternatives. If you look at it though, it is a little funky. So, hold on. This is gonna be all wonky today because I'm using my chandelier. So, there's missing a square there, so I have to fix that. It kind of just looks, so like this, you can see when it goes up, it goes to a point. This one, it goes up to a gap. I think when I did it, I think I have one too many stitches in here, so it comes out one too far. But you know what, honestly, unless you're staring at it and looking at it really hard, it looks fine. I don't really care. What else did I change? I'm not gonna put, the pattern calls to put legs on the little bird, so he's standing on there. I like him better flying, so he's gonna stay flying. What else did I change? I think that's really it. I just kind of changed a couple of the colors, and I outlined things when it wasn't said to be outlined. I don't think there's like barely any backstitch in here, and I put a lot of backstitch in it just to define some of the things. So that's that. I'm almost done with that. I literally just have to finish the blue. of the house, and then I'm done. Or the blue of the house, and there's a light pink that goes on the top of these flowers. And then I'm done. So I'll just slide all this back in here, or we're gonna lose it. So I still have like all of the, oop, that's pattern. I still have like all the DMC that I have been using in the bag, so that if I do go, ooh, that's right, I missed a stitch, I can quickly figure out which one I used rather than having to go through my box and figure out what color it was. Actually, I'm gonna take that out. I can put it away. So yeah, that's that one. And like I said, I have painter's tape on the edges. Don't judge. I don't search. So, the next one, I don't think I had this started when I showed. No, I didn't, because I watched the Packer game 2 weeks ago and I worked on this. So I'm doing My Big Toe. This too shall pass. It's really tiny. It's like, what was the size? I'm doing it on 22 count. So mine's gonna be super tiny. I don't know. It doesn't have the measurements. Oh, and this was one thing that came out of the bag that I bought. The bird scissors. So, and it's got it on both sides, which is cool. I didn't realize that. I'm in the car and I saw him and I'm like, Jonah, look! And I showed him one side and then I was like, wait, the design's on this side. And I turned it around, he goes, it looks exactly the same. I'm like, oh. Well, they're bird scissors, so they're cool. So, that was like one of my favorite things out of the entire box. The entire bag. So, I'm not doing the 2 colors it calls for. It calls for 2 specialty colors. Calls for 2 Weeks Dye Works, Williamsburg Red and Williamsburg Blue. I'm doing it in DMC 796, which, that's actually not too bad. And DMC 815, which, that's not too bad. So those are the 2 colors I picked. And this is where we're at. So I just have to do the other motif that's here, that's blue. I'm changing things up a little bit. And then there's 2 bands that come down here, and so I'll show you. So I have to do this motif, this, and then these corner pieces. And then, so this band on the outside is, so there's 1, then the every other, and then there's 2 more full bands. I'm going to do the very outside full band in blue instead of red, so that there's a little bit more blue in it, because that's my favorite color. But when I asked my mom, or kind of is my favorite color. I love this blue though. This blue's gorgeous. So when I asked my mom, I was like, blue or red is the major color? And she said red. So I picked red, and I like the red, and I'm going to continue to do that. I'm just going to add the blue outside stitch to the whole thing. So that's that one. So that was a new start. I bought that one a while ago, and I think I've shown that to you guys before, so it wasn't a purchase. So, let's do projects. We are on a roll. All right, a new start. Here, hold on. Well, that's gonna stay in the bag. Pull it out of the hoop. Should have left it in the hoop that long, but whatever. And a marker, and some floss. Okay, on my ginormous piece of fabric, this fabric is 32 count Belfast in vintage sand. Let's put that there. It's a giant piece of cloth, and you can see my little tiny dart. Can anyone tell what that is? Anyone know? Can you figure it out? That is a really, really not a good color on the camera. It's not that it looks really yellow, it's more orange. This side over here where my hand is, that's kind of closer. It is Prairie Moon's Martini Witches. So I'm starting with this witch, and I started here, like filling in as I worked up, and then I was like, no, I want to see how big she's gonna be. So I went up and I did the outline, and so now I'm trying to do the outline, and then I'll fill it in. So, and I'm just doing it, it calls for Old Crow. Yep, it calls for Old Crow. And I've changed that to just DMC 310. Since there's so much black, I'm not paying that much money. And then hold on, I want to see what the skin color, what it calls for, and what I'm changing it to. Okay, well it just says needlepoint 6 or needlepoint silks 655, and I ordered floss from Jew Design on Etsy. I ordered fabric from her, and she gave me a gift floss, and I got Lady in Green, and that's actually not that bad. And I'm gonna do that for their faces and hands. That's pretty much the only specialty floss. All the white is gonna be done in probably one of the whites, and the black obviously being 310, and the oranges I'm just gonna pick an orange that'll go with it. Or maybe I'll see what their DMC alternative is. So I got, yeah, Lady in Green. It's a yellowy green, variegated, and it's gorgeous. So that's going to be my, that'll be their skin and hands. I think it calls for one to be like a more yellowy and one to be more green, but I'm just going to make them the same color. From what it looks like on the picture, they look like they're two different colors, So that was a new start. I only worked on that one day. I worked on that on Dark 13, which actually also happened to be Witchy Wednesday cross stitch. So, didn't do anything with that. I'm ordering the flosses. Here by Baby Monsters, Elizabeth's Designs. I'm ordering the floss today. Okay, I'm gonna stick these to the side and do, use up, and do that as one thing. Okay, the computer's locking me out again. This project is my mom's Christmas present. The Gingham Dog and the Calico Cat, Carriage House samplings. That's kind of sort of what it's going to look like. Actually, there's one part in here I'm actually really embarrassed to show you because I hate it. And it probably looks really stupid, but I didn't pick it out, so you guys are going to see it. There it is so far. Ignore the plate. The plate is going away because I don't like the plate. So, as you can see, I got a ton of the border done. I honestly have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 leaves left to fill in, so pretty much all of the ones on this side. The border has to go up and around, and then I have to redo the plate. I think what I'm going to do, so China plates, if you know, they're blue and white. So I tried to do it in blue and white, but I was like, I don't want to make lines across it. I was like, I'll just make it kind of polka dotted. I hate it. And I made a little face on it, because technically in the story they do have faces, but I'm going to remove the face, and I'm just going to fill the whole thing in blue. It's a blue China plate. My mom will know what it is. And then up here, I actually have designed the mantle clock that's going to go right here. And then I have to do a couple more of the acorns. Still need the red bottoms. I just realized that. So that's the whole thing. It's beautiful. I love the colors. I love the design, I love the design. The design itself is great. The only reason I'm changing it, I have no problem with the way that they've done this. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. The colors are fantastic. The only reason I'm changing this is because I know the story, and the way I remember the story is different than the way they've done it. So I wanted to have the blue calico cat and the red dog and the blue plate and the mantle clock. So I wanted to have those, and when I was down there, I just picked colors. When I first picked colors for this, I just picked colors. I didn't go off of their floss list at all. In past videos, I've shown all of those. When it's finally done, I will show them all again, and I will let you guys know exactly what the colors were. Yeah, I love the pattern itself. Before I changed it, I just decided to change it for my own personal memories. Okay. I don't know if oh my gosh. I've shown you all of that stuff before. Okay. Focus page. I don't remember the last time I showed this to you guys, so I don't remember if I worked on it since the last time I showed this to you guys. I think I did. So it's the Theron Traditions Needles and Pins wedding sampler. That's what it'll look like. I am doing it on all the called for colors. I'm doing it on 36 count legacy from 1, 2, 3, and that's how far I am. And that's actually, that's the bottom. So, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do that. That's how big it'll be. So I've still got a little bit on the bottom that I could do a small on. So there it is. I've got the vine all the way down this side. I'm starting to fill in the pink on these. I've got the outline of the man. I've got, let's see if I can get that, the girl's dress. The tree, if you look at it, it has 2 and then it stops. I added 1 extra stitch on the top, so to me it looks more like a triangle. I didn't like it with just the 2 pieces, so my thing just glitched, but like I said, I didn't like it with just the 2, so I added 1 to make it a triangle. So I just have to fill in this little part of the pot because I ran out of thread and I was like, I am done working on brown or whatever color this is. I'm moving on. So that's where we are. It's beautiful. It's a unique fabric for a sampler. When I first got the sampler, when I first got it, I was like, ooh, this one would be really pretty. I love this fabric. But then as I started getting to starting it, I was like, this is not a sampler. I mean, most samplers are on something that's less mottled. And mine definitely has a green tinge to it. But I still love it. I love that it's unique. It's not your typical sampler fabric, in my opinion. Okay, those are all purchase those. You've seen that, so I don't need to show you that. Yeah, I'm just like going through, so. Oh my goodness, excuse me. You've seen Family Tree versus Marco. You've seen Rainy Kiss, which I just went to the store and I bought my 14 count Ada for it. At least I think that's the one I bought. Yeah. So I bought that for this. Hopefully I will start that at some point. It'll be my first full coverage. Actually, no, it won't, because Washington, D.C. was full coverage. And my duck that I'm making for my dad is full coverage. So it won't be my first. It'll just be my first bigger one. You guys see my long dog samplers. Wow. You see my Nutty Parade. I've kitted that up. I just have to actually do it. I'll show you this. Pretty sure I haven't worked on it in forever. This is kind of like a WIP parade because this is all my WIPs too. This is all my WIPs and almost all my patterns. Lucila, Leap of Faith. Still haven't done anything on it. Don't like fractionals on this one at least. So that's kind of been sitting around. Hopefully that'll get done at some point. My Cooler Designs Farmers Market. Still haven't done much on that. Actually, that one's not that far away. I mean, I could probably, if I sat down, I could probably finish that in a couple months. This was a free pattern, so I'm just gonna kind of, I did it in 2 different, you can't even see it from there, so, but I can see when I look at this, I can see it. So this is what it'll look like. It says, he's like fire and ice and rage. He's like the night and the storm in the heart of the sun. He's ancient and forever. He burns at the center of time, and he can see the turn of the universe, and he's wonderful. So it looks like a police box, and that's the quote. Still have not gone any farther past that. Still says Everse, and he's wonderful. Hopefully I will work on that one of these days. I printed this out specifically so I didn't have to use my computer. Next WIP. This is my Steel Family Authentic Decoys. I'm doing that one. Hopefully this will be a Christmas present for my dad. So I just have, I know it's really hasn't changed all that much. Actually it did, because I finished this part down here of the blue border. So I just have to do this blue border, all of this yellow, and then I haven't decided if I'm going to make this yellow like the picture or if I'm going to change the color because I'm getting sick of yellow. So, or topaz, as the DMC calls it. So that's that one. I did put a couple strings into that one the other day because I want to try and put some more into it. But now that school's going, it's a lot harder for me to get things done. Oh, goodness, come on. This is Lucilla Kit Bluebird. I've gotten the Bluebird, part of the Bluebird. So I just picked one of the blue colors and I'm just going for it. So that's that one. That's purchased. I'll show you this one, even though I know I haven't worked on this one. My sister's going to be very disappointed. But she'll be happy because she gets Paris. So, how much silver needle in it? Hogwarts crest. Still have to do all of this up here and the back stitch on everything except for this corner. So, maybe one of these days I'll pull that up because right now looking at it, it kind of actually looks enjoyable. I might actually want to work on that. I kind of do. Alright, and that was the purchase. Okay, that's the purchase. Okay, and this is my last WIP that actually has 2 finishes on it. So, I can show you finishes again. Washington, D.C. 4th of July. And the WIP that's on it is Cat City. Oh god, that's so gorgeous. This is the first page. There's still another, it's like a partial page next to it. I just have one color left that goes here and here on this page. And there's no backstitch, so this is it. So I just have to do the one color here, and then I think it's like a third of a page. So I still really do love this. It's absolutely gorgeous. I do think that I need to pull this out again. I just have so many. I don't know what happened. When I first started this, I had what, two WIPs? And now I'm at, I don't even know how many. I think I counted the other day. I think I'm almost at 15. And if I start any of these other ones like I plan to, it's going to be even more. Dear God. Okay. I said that I had done an order from Jew Design. Here's her. I will link her Etsy shop below. So she had on her Instagram, she posted that she had a bunch of cuts of fabric that she didn't have names for, so she didn't have the color. So she said, I'll sell them at discount. It's a one-off. You can't find the color anymore because I don't make it. So I got 3 of them. 2 are 19 by 13 and 1's 16 by 9. So I'll pull them apart. Like I said, they don't have names. This one was number 10. I think she had 10 pieces. So this is purpley pink, which is beautiful. And I'm just gonna fold her back up. I guess I don't really need these tags on them anymore because, I mean, all I need to know is that it's a 32 count, so that's what the tag tells me. This one, I believe they're all 32. Yep, they're all 32, and they're all Belfast. This one, you cannot see that. It's cream with pinks and greens on it. More green than pink. A lot more green. Can't see that at all. They smell good though. I mean, I won't want to bury my nose in it, but just kind of flipping it around smells good, but it's also going to make me sneeze. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew. And this is the small one. This is the 16 by 9. And it's like, I'd almost call it kind of like murky. It's like brownie tan, something. I don't know. It's pretty. I want to do a Halloween piece on it. Okay. So those are the 3 fabrics that I got from Jew Design. Okay, my nose, I'm so sniffly. Okay, let's do the patterns I purchased, and then we'll go to the stuff that I got from the bag. Excuse me 1 second. I think I need to take an allergy pill. Which is weird because it's crappy outside, so, and it rained, so I shouldn't be sneezing so much. Okay, all of these are patterns except for one. So actually here, I'll show you the kit first. This is for my brother and his fiance, if I can get it done, for their wedding in December. It's Treasured Words Wedding Record by Dimensions. So it's on white Aida, and then it's just brown on the outside. The words are brown, and then a blue frame. And then you can customize it with their names and the date. Excuse me. So, and it's small. It's only 7 by 5. 7 by 5 after it's done, or 7 by 5 before it's done? Because if 7 by 5 before it's done, I could fit it in a 4 by 6. I don't know. We'll see. So, got that. Hopefully I can start that soon. And there's not much to it. There doesn't look like there's much floss. There's not much of that. So I could probably start that and finish that up pretty quick. So hopefully I can do that soon. The rest of these are all patterns. I got everything from 123 Stitch except for this one. This just... Oh, street sweeper. I'm like, what is that noise? And it's going super slow past my house. This is a street sweeper. We're just going to revel in her beauty right now. Yeah. So this is Mirabilia's Queen of Freedom by Nora Corbett. List isn't that long. I mean, that's a lot of DMC, but... And then there's... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 beads and 2 Krynics. So... She's gorgeous. I showed it to Jonah, and he's like, ooh, I really like that. I'm like, I knew you would. He's military, obviously, and we're super patriotic. So, and the rest of these are all patterns as well. These are all from 123 Stitch, obviously, except for Mirabilia. I got her on Stash Unload, or one of the Stash ones. It was either Stash Unload, Stash, and more Stash, or something. There's a couple that I'm in. Prairie Schooler, Night Flight, little teeny tiny one. I love this one. I want to stitch that up soon. This one, I'm thinking of possibly doing it for my sister. It's from Needle Bling Designs. It's called Get Your Tail to the Beach. So they made it into a little pillow, and it's got a little mermaid tail, and it just says Get Your Tail to the Beach. And I love it. I'm thinking my sister might get this. She's a fish. All summer, she is in the pool 24/7. She's in the pool or in the lake. So it's, yeah, she's a fish. So I figured that one would be cute for her. This is from the work basket called Giving Thanks. I'm gonna try not to get any glare. But I want to show you. Okay. Screw it. Taking it out. I want to like show you guys without glare, but without glare, it's not very bright. And none of these are laminated. So all these. Alright, so there you go. The work basket. It says Giving Thanks for All. And then it's cute. I love the little squirrels. I love the variegated threads. So I thought that one was really cute. And that one's really small too. They're both, one's 74 by 178 and one's 45 by 147, so they're not big at all. Little House Needleworks, The Bookshelf. It says, I'll read it first. The Bookshelf, Browning, Dickinson, Alcott, Burnett, Austen, Bronte, Wilder, Sense and Sensibility, The Secret Garden, Little Women, and Wuthering Heights. So it's just got the little, so it's got a little image for each of the 4 books, and then authors, and then books, and it's just pretty. I love books. I want to put that with, I want a library. Jonah already knows that he needs to buy me a library, and I'm gonna just go nuts. Actually, totally off topic. There's actually a library for sale in my city. So we have 2 libraries. Ooh, we're gonna get closer. So we have 2 libraries. We have the old one, the old Superior Library, and the new one. So the new one obviously is new buildings, rebuilt. The old one is an old sandstone building, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So when you walked in, it was a big room, and then it had the 2 staircases going up to the landing that went around. And it's gorgeous. It's completely built out of sandstone, and they have it for $250,000 right now. So I'm actually really tempted one day to buy it because it's absolutely gorgeous. It would be so beautiful rebuilt and redone, and it would be so cool to have a house in a library. Like, that would be super awesome. It would be super cool. That would be great. So, someday if it's still for sale, I would probably buy it. The only issue is it's sandstone, which obviously deteriorates really easily with rain and stuff like that. This I got from Filigram. It's called Summer. It's got little birds, little beehive, and a little bee. Look at, there's little bees. And there's little bees up here too. And birds and flowers, and it's just cute. So they have all 4 seasons. So I think someday if I could get all 4 of them, that would be cute to have one that would swap out. Actually, how big is this? That's not bad. It's like 7, on 28, it's 7 by 10. So you could put it, actually the other one is 6 by 9, you could put it in an 8 by 10. Thoughts? Okay, Anna Wadley Designs, cowboy boots. Jonah and I are country and outdoors and all that stuff, so I liked the boots. I figured I don't like them all together, but I like the idea of doing them in little separate ones. So like this pair, and that pair, doing them as separate boots. I think that'd be kind of cool. So I'm kind of tempted to do that. So those 3. Oh my god, my pile is huge. This is Stony Creek Reindeer and Ribbons. I'm going to do this for my grandma for Christmas if I can get it done. Just have to get the fabric for it. I think it's beautiful. The one pattern I did want to get for her was one of the nativity ones, but it was, when I was ordering all of these, it was sold out and I didn't want to wait. So the next one I got is the Cricut Collection October. I blame, who the heck was it? Somebody here on Flosstube had it, and I saw it, and I was like one of those pause, go get. And the reason I got it, where is it? Partially is just the big moon behind the house. Yeah, I'll go like this. Partially it was just this big moon. Partially that ghost is hella cute. A little bad. I don't know. This whole thing is gorgeous. The only thing I didn't get is the 3 buttons that come with it. There's, or 4 buttons. There's the owl up here, and then there's a couple leaves strewn about that are. But yeah, October, Cricut Collection, super cute. Want to do that. The other one I got, that's kind of the same. I got a lot of like bands. Is the Drawn Thread Welcome Autumn. So I love it. It's gorgeous. I didn't realize that there are quite a few specialty stitches in it. There's a lot of satin stitch. Like the acorns in this one, and with the squirrel. Those are all satin stitch. What were the other ones? I don't know. It's inside there. But there's quite a few specialty stitches, which I was not expecting. And the last one I got was Whispered by the Wind Beneath the Harvest Moon. And there's not much to see color-wise. It's just a... This is actually... Oh, that is gray. Gray Scarecrow, Black Rose, White Moon. That's it. So, actually, there's only 2 colors. Well, that's weird. Oh, sorry. 4 colors. 4? Oh, there's 2 in the moon. Okay. I'm like, there's 3 colors. So, yeah, there's the gray, the black, the moon, and then there's a gray in the moon. So, yeah. I thought it was creepy and cool. And it would be a Halloween decoration that I would really like to put up someday. So that was all my purchases and all my WIPs. And yeah, we've got definitely a lot of stuff to do, but I have a lot of stuff to get done around the house today since I'm going to be home from work. I'm kind of planning on just getting stuff done here. And then we have one, sorry, that was a weird face. I have, giant bag to show you. So, there was 3 tubes of 14 count Aida. This one's in Fiddlers. This one is just white. And this one is, what do they call it? Cream? Do they even call it anything? Ivory. So they're all 14 count. They'll all be good for, this one would be good for certain things because it's colored. I'm thinking about trying to possibly dye fabric with those since I have some. Oh wait, I have more. They're in there. I have 3 other things that I bought the other day. This whole bag is all Krennic in 1 set of glass beads, so all different colors of Krennic. I mean, it's... Oh wait, there's a blending filament. Maybe. I don't know. It's a whole bag of Krennic and 1 bag of 2007 Mill Hill glass beads. So, we'll see if I need those for something. I got 3 partially full... Well, that one's full. 1 full and 2 partially full DMC boxes. I don't even know where I'm going to put all this stuff as I'm going through it. Okay, these are the... Oh, sorry, I lied. There's 1 more thing of Aida fabric. I bought this at Goodwill. It's not listed as cross-stitch fabric. However, it's... I don't even know if you guys are going to see it. It's got a decent... I can see the holes really easily. It would be really easy to stitch on this. So, and it's huge. It's probably it's got to be at least a half a yard, if not more. So there's a lot of fabric in there. And I got that for $1. I think one of these was half. Because at Goodwill they do like if it's this color sticker, you get it half off. I don't remember. And then I got Fiddler's Aida, another one. This is in 14 count, Fiddler's Aida, and bright yellow 14 count Aida. What did they call it? They didn't call it anything. Yellow Aida. Bright yellow. So those are the other things that I bought. The rest of these are all... Ooh, uh-oh. There's a needle missing. Oh well. The rest of these I got in the bag. So it was... There's a thing of embroidery needles, so lots of different sizes. There's ones that would be beading needles, and then there's a couple bigger ones. This bag has just got a lot of floss in it, which actually had, ooh, that's right, I was starting to unpick this, wasn't I? That has, I got home late last night and started to unpicking, which had this piece of Aida with that teeny tiny little start in it, so I'm picking it out and then I can use the Aida. Then there's this one piece that has a start in it, but I have no idea what it is that they started, so that'll get picked out and I can use that for something. And then I got a couple patterns. I can't show you this one. It's called Four Season Birds by Mark Brockman. There's no picture to it, so I just have the sheets. Like, there's no like cover page, so I don't know what it's from. And if there's a couple of these, I'm not gonna keep, and I'm gonna probably throw up on something. This is there like a way that I can say her name without trying to read it in cursive? Marjolaine Baston. I don't know. This one's called Four Seasons, so it's got each corner is a different one. So winter, fall, summer, spring. Oh, and it has her name on it. Duh. This is Leisure Arts leaflet 409. It's called The Earth Awakens. Let's see, does it have other stuff? It's got a bunch of flowers in it. So, flowers galore, and then big flower in the back. Summer Beauties, hummingbirds. Jar lids for all occasions. That's also Leisure Arts. From the Psalms. So, all sorts of different ones. Sing unto him a new song. The voice of the Lord strips the forest bare. This is the day which the Lord has made. I don't really like them. Not that I don't know. I don't say it with roses, so it's all the rose letters, and then you get this flower, or this heart. So, rose letters. Smells like, I don't know, these smell a little bit. Same by Marjolaine Baston. This one's called Summer Fruit. And this one is called Spring in the Garden. So, those are all the patterns. I got a bobbin winder. Facebook is telling me that there is a 28 count Joblin 18 by 28 red wine and cream something or other. I got a tension hoop. So, I've never actually used tension hoops before. So this will be interesting. I've never used one of these before. I've always just used the regular ones that you twist on. I got a magnetic board, which not sure what I'm gonna do with that. Another pair of pretty scissors. It's good on both sides. So those are pretty. Bag of floss, and these don't look. Some of them are DMC, but looks like a couple of them aren't. JP Coates and Clark's. Yeah. So, another bag of floss. This one I thought was cool. She was actually doing embroidery. Ooh, it's a book in there. What's this? That, ugh, gross. So it's got the printed on pattern, and well, she was starting to embroider with, looks like satin stitch, and can't tell what that one is from here. So she started those little doilies. I don't think I'll ever do these, so put this needle away before I stab myself with them. I don't know why I'm so stuffy right now. So, what else is in this bag? Another bag of floss. These are some of the funkiest bobbins. You can line two things on it. Never seen bobbins like that before. And another bag of a couple of things of Krennic, 3 things of Mill Hill beads, and DMC metallic, lots of DMC metallic, and some beads and Krennic. And there's a needle. But otherwise, that's it. So the big score to me really was all the Krennic and beads, just because I know how much that can run you up sometimes for pricing. And the scissors. I mean, come on. Bird scissors? Come on. So now I get to go through and figure stuff out with what's going on here with all my stuff. Maybe I have, this is my to-do list. I mean, some of them are things that like, I'm not going to do right now, like sand and refinish our dining room table, because that needs to get redone. What else isn't going to get done? Our porch stairs need to be redone, so I'm not going to do that today. But I mean, most of them are things that it's just going to be like, go wash the dishes again, go do laundry again, sweep, vacuum, kind of tedious things, but things that I feel much better. The way my personality is I feel much better when I have it written down and I can cross it off. I feel like I'm actually accomplishing things, rather than just kind of bouncing around the house and going, oh, I'm going to do this, so I'm going to do this, so I'm going to do this. I like having the list makes me feel like I'm actually getting stuff done, because it's, okay, cross that one off, okay, cross that one off, okay, cross that one off. I feel like I can get a lot more things done if I feel like I get more things done if I have it written out in front of me. So like I said, some of them are things that aren't going to get done today, and that's fine. But a lot of them I can get done today. So yeah, now I'm going to put all this crap away, because I have a lot of crap going on here. My dining room table is destroyed. So yeah, I'm going to put some stuff away, clean my house a little bit. I got to run to Duluth at noon. I got to go run up the hill to go meet Jonah and a guy. Jonah's been really into Let Go, the app, selling a bunch of stuff and buying stuff. And so this guy wants something that Jonah is selling, and we might want something that he's selling, so we're going to meet him and possibly do a trade. I feel like I have fur on my face. So meet him and possibly do a trade. So I'm going to meet him. Deciding if I'm going to go to class today. I have 2 classes. I have one at 2 and one at 4. But at the same time, I have so much stuff that I want to get done around the house, I'm almost tempted to just get stuff done around the house. I knew it. Just a piece of dog hair in my mouth. So yeah, I'm almost tempted just to stay home and get stuff done around the house, just because there's so much that needs to get done, and I will feel emotionally better if stuff is done around the house than if I miss one class. I'm not going to be devastated. So yeah, gonna get some stuff done. If anyone has fabric suggestions for my Mirabilia Queen of Freedom, fabric suggestions, so I want to start this soon, because I'd like to stitch it up, and I want to be able to hang it when we move. For sure when we move. Before then would be great, but when we move would be fantastic. So technically I have till May of 2019 to finish it. However, the sooner the better, because I'd love to hang it up because it's gorgeous. So yeah, I'm going to get some stuff done around the house, probably try and stitch a little bit today, but I also have to work today, so that's going to happen. I'm almost at an entire hour. I'm going to go and get some stuff done and stop yakking. Put all this crap away so that, you know, my dining room table looks clean then, and all my crap will be off of it. So I'm going to go get some stuff done, do some cleaning, do some stitching, go eat cake later today. It'll be a good day. So I will talk to you guys next time. If anybody follows me on Instagram, I haven't been posting a lot because I've been working on my sister's Christmas project for the most part, and she follows my Instagram. So I can't post there because she'll see it. And she'll know it's hers. So I've been not posting a lot because that's what I've been stitching on, so I can't post pictures of it. I can post pictures after Christmas, but not before. So it'll be another couple months before I'm able to even post pictures of that. But I will continue to post whenever I remember, because sometimes I don't remember. So yeah, I will get some of this stuff cleaned up, go and stitch some more, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!